Hello everyone and welcome to a new video of Firepower Threat Defense series. In this video, we are gonna look at intrusion policies on Cisco FTD. Okay, so let's jump onto our FMC. So I'm on the FMC now. In order to create intrusion policies, you have to go to policies and then select intrusion. Okay, so you see under this intrusion option, you have two policies. One is the intrusion policy, one is a network analysis policy. We know what is intrusion policy, but what is network analysis policy? This network analysis policy is kind of a preprocessor to intrusion policies. It applies to the traffic before the access control policy, okay? And because after the access control, you have the intrusion. So it applies before the access control and it determines how protocols are decoded and how anomalies are handled before the deeper inspection, okay? And in terms of protocol handling, it specifies how to manage ambiguous or malformed traffic for protocols like HTTP, DNS, SMB, etc. Okay, and it helps to reduce the false positives and improves inspection efficiency. So basically, it determines how the protocols are decoded. Okay, network analysis policy. Now we are into the intrusion policy. Let's create a intrusion policy. In order to create an intrusion policy, we have to click on create policy, give it a name. Okay, we can give it a description, and then there is inspection mode, detection or prevention. Okay, if I select detection, even if a rule says drop, the traffic will not be dropped. There will just be an alert. Okay, because we are running this in IDS mode in that case, intrusion detection system. Okay, no prevention, just detect. And if I say prevent, then if the rule says drop, then the matching traffic is dropped. Okay, by providing you the security from that specific attack or from that specific vulnerability. Now, when you are going to implement this, you first always start with the detection mode, okay? Because we first want to know how the things look like in terms of intrusion prevention on our FTD when we want to protect something, okay? You don't need, you might not know everything about your infrastructure, what vulnerabilities are present, what kind of traffic is coming, what applications are being seen, what kind of requests are being made, what kind of responses are expected, you know, that all thing. I'll go with the detection mode for this time. Now there are certain base policies which are provided by Cisco. So you need to select a base policy. So you see these majorly, there are four base policies. One, balance security and connectivity. Connectivity over security, maximum detection and security over connectivity. This one is no rules active. Uh, if you want, you can start with that. But in that case, you have to tune the rules first before you can even go for the IDS system. Now, in terms of security, the remaining four policies provide. It's like connectivity over security is lowest security. Balance security and connectivity is, you could say, medium level security. Security over connectivity is high security, and maximum detection is very high security. Okay, so you can think about them like that. I would go with medium level security and I'm going to select balance security and connectivity. You can change it later on as well. Okay, so don't worry about making a selection right now and then you might be thinking, okay, I won't be able to alter it later on. Now hit save. This policy creation is going to take some time. Okay, I think it takes about 1 or 2 minutes for me here. So let's wait. Mm. Okay. So you see, my policy is now created and its name is intrusion policy. But its base policy is balance security and connectivity. No access control policy is using it. And you see this policy, in this policy, you have two options. It's not two version and it's not three version. So all the rules which are part of this is not policy has two versions. Snort 2 and Snort 3. Snort 3 is new version. Okay, Snort 2 is the old version, but it is still running. Okay, so if any of your device has a Snort 2 version, then what will happen while deploying the policies? FMC checks, okay, this device is on a Snort 2, then the intrusion policy rules that go to this device are a Snort 2 version. And for the Snort 3 version, similar thing. If determined version is Snort 3, then Snort 3 will be pushed. Okay. We will talk about Snort 3 version. Okay. So, but before we go there, suppose I want to see all the intrusion rules, okay, which are present. So in order to see all the intrusion rules, you can click on all IPS rules. Okay. Click on this and it takes you to a new page. Where is the page? Which is here, objects, intrusion rules. That's just a shortcut. All IPS rules is a shortcut to come to object and intrusion rules. Here you have all the intrusion rules, okay? And you can see their actions. All, it's not three rules right now, it's showing you. If you click on the SNOT 2 all rules, then it will show you SNOT 2 rules, okay? They are grouped by category right now here. See, okay? And if you uploaded your own created SNOT 2 rules, then you can just create a file of with the required extension for those rules and import them from here. And if you want to delete the local rules, you can click on delete local rules, okay? Which you basically imported after creating. And in order to create a rule, you click on create rule. This is an advanced topic, how to create SNOT rules. Usually this job is done by Cisco Talos guys, okay? They create the rules and you install it in the form of LSP and SRU versions, okay? SRU packages, sorry. We are going to look at SNOT 3 rules. So here are the rules which are shown. So if you see a rule, let's talk a bit about a rule. So if you see a rule, I wanted to show you guys something. I am looking for that. Just give me a minute. All rules. Uh, no, not really this. I'm looking for something. I want to show you. Every rule has two parts basically, a header and a content part. Okay. So here it's not clearly visible. So I was wondering if I should show you in this not two section here. Alert, no, not proper information. Let me see in this not to section field. If I go here and if I click on view a rule, let me see what comes up here. It's coming in this format, okay, not really the format I want to show you guys. Let me see under browser if there is any rule. I just wanted to show you. Yeah, you see this. Alert TCP when dollar external net is source and the source port is $HTTP ports, destination is $home net and going to any, then this thing till the content stuff starts is a header and then the content stuff starts. Okay, so every rule has two parts. Now you might be wondering, what is this external net? What is the HTTP ports? And what is home net? So these are known as snort variables. Okay. Now, I want to go back to access control policy and show you something before we talk about these variables further. Just one second. Let's open up a policy. Like suppose this is a policy. Here I want to attach the intrusion prevention policy. So I go to inspection, I select a policy. You see, along with this, I have to specify a variable set. Okay. So variable set has definition of those external networks and home network, which are used by the intrusion rule. So our intrusion rule is using a variable, okay, then its value is written in variable set. Now, before we talk about anything further in terms of intrusion policy, let's look at the variable set. Go to objects, object management, and then from the left hand side, you see variable set. So there is default variable set, and I have also created one of mine, not a problem. I'll just delete it. This was something I was playing around with. So if you want to see the variables and their values, let's click on this one. I can edit this one. Okay. You see external net. What is the value of external net variable? It includes any network. Okay. Anything. It could be 0.0.0/0, something like that. Okay. And basically that's the thing. Okay, in terms of home net, what is home net variable? You see, one variable is also equal to another variable. But what is home net variable? So in order to see the value of home net variable is again set to any. But yeah, you can change it. Okay, add something SIP server or maybe whatever you want. You can make the changes required to the variables. But be very careful while you do that. Okay, this is gonna impact the intrusion rules. So this is a so if you add one custom variable here, okay, if you add a custom variable here, then it is added to all the variable sets. Okay, but you can override the value. Like let's add another variable. I added this one. This is a custom variable for me. I added this variable regex web server. Okay, so in order to add a variable, I can say this here, and I can say regex, and then what should I say? Regex. Let me see something. Or let's say Google DNS. Okay, let's add a variable known as Google underscore DNS. And then let's put this IP address include, and that's how you add a new variable. See, it is added. I'll click on save. Now I have changed the default variable set. In order to add a new variable set, I can say add variable set, and I would say Shivam underscore. We said the same, I deleted. So you see the value is already taken here, but I can modify this variable. I'll say, okay, this is not the IP address. Its IP address is this, and I'll save it and save it. Now in Shivam, we said we have Google DNS, Regex server, and rest all the inherited variables. Let's see what you have default set firewall. See here the Google DNS value as this. Okay, you can override the variables, okay, by creating your own variable set. So these variable set define the values for the variables which are used in the header of intrusion rules. Okay, that's an important thing to know. Be very careful when you are playing with this stuff. Okay, this is kind of a pattern matching stuff where I'm not sure you can negatively impact the performance through your box if you are not careful. Okay, and this variable thing is important so that you only see if suppose I want to define I only want the rules or I wrote a custom rule that only applies to HTTP servers. Why would I want it to have I can create a variable HTTP underscore server and only assign it the IP address is required, which are HTTP servers in my infrastructure. Why would I keep it to any? That will greatly improve the performance for me, right? Because it won't be then checking the hitting the same rule for all the IPs. It will only be hitting when the as per the rule definition, if HTTP server is in source or destination. Okay, so that's it for this video. In next video, we are gonna talk more about intrusion policy. So thank you for your time and have a good day.